Welcome to the heart of Chelsea, and just off the Duke of York Square you have this, which is the Saatchi Gallery. Holds many different exhibitions throughout the year, so it's well worth popping down just to see what's going on. Of course, you can go to their website as well. Now, a lot of these exhibitions are completely free, but the really big ones, you have to pay an entrance fee. So welcome to this one, which is all about flowers. Yes, it's flowers, and it's flowers in, well, what I would call a multimedia world. So whilst we start off with paintings, and a lovely little title there as modelled by Jaden, we are actually going to move on, and you'll find you've got all different types of media. So this is a light box. And whilst you've got pictures of all the beautiful flowers that are there, the light behind it really makes it pop, which is rather lovely. And then of course you've got some classic ones like this one, irises. And then of course you've got things like sculptures. But don't worry, we've got all different types of things. So everything is flower inspired. So whilst at first that looks like a bunch of sunflowers and it looks really good, but if you go and you look round, it's slightly in 3D. Now this is what I mean by multimedia. This is a 70-minute film of flowers dying. Yeah, I suppose they have to in the end, but do you want to stand there for 70 minutes and watch them wilting away? No, possibly not. But then again, you come to more classic ones. There you go, like this one, a Botticelli. Check me out, sound like I know what I'm talking about. Well, at least I can read the labels on the side by the wall. But anyway, they're all pretty good. So if you're coming to London or live locally and you fancy coming to see this, well, it's on from the 12th of February until the 5th of May, so there's quite some time to see it. It is ticketed and you can buy your tickets on the website, and the ticket prices vary depending on when you're coming and also if your age concession and all the rest of it. So you really do have a chance to come and have a look at this, and as you can see here, they limit the numbers that come in per hour so it doesn't get crowded. And how about that? A number of different sculptures as well. Like any art collection, some pieces will tickle your fancy, a load of them other won't. But this one took me by surprise actually. Yeah, can you see that? It's a jug pouring out the flowers. I thought very cleverly done. So you really do sort of mix and match what you take from this exhibition. But there are some great ones we've still got to show you between now and the end of this video. The space this exhibition takes is on 2 floors and a whole number of galleries. And of course, you can go down and visit all the free galleries afterwards as well, but your ticket just gets you into these galleries on the 2 floors. And it's quite vast. What I like about this is it's multimedia, so it's not just the paintings and also video, you've also got the poems here as well. Of course, this is Wordsworth, and this is called Daffodils. Remember this one? How perfect for this time of year. For me, I love these video screens and these sort of changing ones you can watch on a loop, and there's just something about it which I found quite mesmerising. And this is certainly something quite different. Flowers on the wall, sort of dripping, and actually it's sort of silk or cotton hanging down from it. But it looks quite effective. So I said it was multimedia. Yeah, it is. And we now go to a whole area which is all about fashion and jewellery. And of course you recognise those flowers on the wall and the symbol. Of course it's Mary Quant. And here are a load of Mary Quant different designs, all with floral patterns. So it's one of those exhibitions you can go round time and time again, and there's over 500 unique artworks and objects on display throughout the exhibition, which are divided into 9 different sections across those 2 floors that I mentioned. And they all explore different creative themes and media, as you can see so far, but have no fear, we have more interactive ones to come. The idea of the exhibition is to look how, in history, inspired artists, writers and creators have taken flowers in their way to reveal the myriad of ways that flowers continue to be depicted by their artists and within their contemporary culture. Sounds posh, doesn't it? Basically, how people have taken flowers and had to influence them in some way, shape or form, something to do with art. I'm guessing. And it must be the magpie in me, because there was something that drew me immediately to these jewellery pieces, all lovely, bright and shiny. Getting to the gallery is really easy. Your closest station is Sloane Square, and it's just behind Sloane Square itself. So nice and easy to get here, so well worth taking a trip. Now in this gallery space we've got more pictures, we've got more paintings of flowers, plus we've also got sculptures as well. And I've got a funny feeling that'd be quite an uncomfortable chair. What if it was once used as a toilet because it's got no middle to it? Anyway, moving on. And this one, yeah, is an upside down orchid. Yes, you saw it right. It's an upside down orchid. And see, the soil isn't even coming out. It must be levitating soil. Another brilliant thing about this gallery is that you don't have to stand a million of miles back to admire the artwork. As you can see here, you can get right up close to it. Of course, not touching it. Not that it stopped some of the elder generation from touching some of these exhibits. Yeah, we saw you. And next, be prepared to be hypnotised. Just look at these flowers. They're all revolving on clockwork, but this one, the red one, looks like an ever-expanding one, while the blue ones look like they're permanently shrinking. I stood here for ages trying to take it in and see how the different bits didn't collide. But you just gotta look, just take that in. Quite mesmerising, isn't it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and we're back in the room and to the next gallery. And our next gallery is the next piece of media. It's music. And how about these? All different albums with a flower orientation. And of course you couldn't do it without the classic Beatles Sgt. Pepper at the top there. The question is, how many of these different album covers do you recognise, do you have in your collection? Do let us know in the comments down below. But everything completely flower related. And I love the fact they've spanned the generations, because you've got really old music and then you've got an album from late last year, which is the one with the astronaut and the sunflowers, which was done by Tears for Fears. So really moving around the different decades. So go on then, how many of those did you recognise? Many of them? Yeah, I was surprised actually. There was a few albums I hadn't thought of some time, and when I got home I dug them out. And here on the other side of the wall, opposite the album covers, you've got all different film posters and films, once again all related to flowers. So, as I said, one of the great things about this exhibition is it's multimedia. So next door, you go to a whole digital display that they've created with all different flowers sort of bending and swaying in the imaginary wind as you sit there and watch them. And then they've got mirrors on each end to make it look like the room is about 2 or 3 times bigger than it actually is. I think the great thing about this exhibition is there's something for everyone, whether you approve of it as art or not. It just gives you different interpretations on art. So it's interesting because this exhibition is on till the 5th of May, which is just before when they hold the Chelsea Flower Show. And we'll be back up here again in May when all the shops put on their different floral decorations in celebration of Chelsea in Bloom, which is all part of the Chelsea Flower Show. So it's funny how this just finishes just before then, and also is being held in Chelsea as well. Something else that they've done quite well here at the Saatchi Gallery is they've put a number of different benches in opposite some of the big paintings. And I must admit, the bench sitting opposite those two paintings, I sat on for some time just looking at those colours. But as you can see, you can just sit there and take in the paintings and sort of absorb them until you're ready to move on. Yeah, I thought this was quite something. So if you're thinking of coming down here and you want more information, you can go to the saatchigallery.com and you can get all your information there. Plus also you can get more information on accessibility. You can get up and down. There's lifts all over the place, so it does make it easy to get up and down. Plus also you can get ticket for information and buy your tickets as well. And they leave this as the sort of, well, the end piece, the piece that just makes you go wow. And this is, well, a whole gallery with dried flowers hanging down, which you can walk through. Of course, once again, you're not allowed to touch. Tell most of the people walking through here, but also you get a really great effect when you walk through here and you're taking photos and videos as well. As you can see, everyone enjoying themselves here. This is really the immersive experience part of it. Really hope you enjoyed that. What was your favourite piece of artwork? Or alternatively, what album covers did you remember? Do let us know in the comments down below. Now, if you love flowers, the snowdrops and daffodils are out already. And I've put a link to that video up in the top right hand corner. So if you click on that, I'll see you in there.